You meet so many people in life, they're like, oh, I really hate my job. I've loved windsurfing all of my life. Well, and you might suggest to them, why don't you go and learn how to teach windsurfing? Oh, no, I couldn't do that. I'm too old for that. Well, you're 32, mate. Do you know what I mean? People are scared. There's too much fear in our society. Now, fortunately, I think our generation are less like our parents' generation in the sense that they're more selfish and they're more likely to take on what they really love doing and try and make a vocation of it. But there's still a lot of people out there that are scared by that. So I would suggest that, you know, taking the leap of faith and also being smart about the way you set up your business, you can really make a business out of anything if you have a lot of passion for it. The effects of drumming are profound and varied. Euphoria. When you drum, it's very hard to be thinking about what you've done or what you have to do. You know, you really do go into that sort of trance state, if you like. A community bond. It's a synergy with the people you're playing with, which actually draws you closer to people, which is what music's about, essentially, is that feeling that you have with the people you're playing with. And it's also the vibration of hitting a drum. It's wonderful. It makes you feel great. My business is African Drumming, Centre for West African Music and Culture. We try and encapsulate everything that is the essence of West African traditional music. From teaching, we have an import arm, so we have a factory in West Africa and some great artists that work for us there, and also another one in Indonesia, in Bali. We take study tours to West Africa. We've just also started a tour to Bali. I fell in love with drumming at a very young age. I was hitting things when I was 2. When I went to school, I was annoying all my classmates by, you know, tapping on the table, and eventually I decided to go and have some drum lessons. And then it was pretty much a journey to West Africa, and my business grew from there. When I first started my business, my dad was sort of looked at me very curiously and said, "Simon, you're not doing commerce? What do you mean you're going to Africa?" Probably at a time where a lot of people were being told by schools and by universities to follow a stream. I just thought, nah, it's not going to work for me. And I just followed my passion, and if you follow what is intrinsically inherent to you as an individual, then the rest will follow, and that's what I did. When I came back from Africa the first time, I realised that there was a demand for it in Melbourne. So I put it out there, and I promoted, marketed myself in a very simplistic kind of way, putting up flyers in cafes. And I went from having 3 students for the first 4-week course, and gradually it built up, and all of a sudden I was making a reasonable wage every week. I'm a white, Caucasian Aussie running a business that is completely based around West African culture. But I surround myself by Africans, and I go to Africa every year and have done for the past 15 years. So I try and stay very true to the culture. When I'm teaching and I suppose spreading the message of traditional music, I really like to stay true to the true roots of the music, and I think that's really, really important. Find out what you love doing, and that's pretty easy to do. Find out what you're good at, and essentially those two will come together, because you don't tend to do things regularly if you're really bad at them, let's face it. Yeah, people tend to like things that they're good at, so follow that path and try and make a business of it. And I believe it's following what you really love doing and what you're good at that will inevitably bring success to your business. Definitely there were people that were like, oh, there's no way you can make a living out of that. And I just followed my passion, and as a result, I feel like I'm happy, and I'm really proud of my business and where it's come to, and I like my lifestyle.